Yeah. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, man. This is another video from Thoughts of a Sage, and today we're going to be talking about none other than my homie. He's not really my homie, but my favorite cornerback of all time. Probably my top 3 favorite athletes of all time. Okay, he is in the top 3. I just don't know what number he would be in, you know what I'm saying? Because I got LeBron in there, Deion in there, and then I don't know who the third person is right now, but I will eventually, come up with that. But this is a video on Deion Sanders talking about leaving JSU, right? And I'm okay with it, man. I'm happy he left, and you're going to get to hear his thoughts and his opinions. And in between, I'm going to be sharing my thoughts and opinions, all right? So here we go, man. Shout out to Deion Sanders. And this is on Shannon Sharp's YouTube channel. Make sure y'all go subscribe to Club Shay Shay YouTube channel. It's free to subscribe. Make sure y'all go subscribe to Afrivue Network on YouTube. It's free to subscribe. Make sure you go subscribe to all the other platforms we have, all right? All right, so welcome, man. We got to play this video right now. This is Deion Sanders giving his thought and opinion on the JSU matter, and let's go.
The people, but what I don't understand is do something about it. Won't you give a little more?
Right.
Won't you spend a little more time?
Right.
Won't you really try to bring solvency instead of sitting back throwing sticks and stones?
Right.
And it seems like all the people that are screaming and yelling and bickering and murmuring, check their giving. What have they given?
Nothing. They have given nothing, and they have not even, a lot of the people that had opinions about Deion, some of them didn't even watch a Jackson State University game. Okay? Just like you said, what have they given? Okay? Nobody has given, most of them people talking, most of them ain't give nothing. All right? So y'all tripping on Deion for making a decision that clearly you guys did not even support him in the matter, and you're mad at him for leaving. Now, imagine if you would have supported, if you would have been like, yo, let's start a GoFundMe and let's put $5 million for Deion right now. Matter of fact, if we that disappointed in him leaving, let's get a GoFundMe together right now. Let's get the man about 15 to 20 million, okay? So he can stay for 3 more seasons, and then he can have extra cushion with the funds to do more things for the Jackson State University. You know what I'm saying? But the problem is with that is people are not going to give to that, you know what I'm saying? Because they feel like they're not gaining from it, especially black people. They're not going to be given, you know what I'm saying? If it's not Balenciagas or Gucci, I guarantee if Balenciaga came out with a GoFundMe, hey, we're going out of business, we need your help. Black people are flocking to that GoFundMe to fund Balenciaga.
When I was at Jackson, I told Ashley, unless they substantial givers, I ain't got time to be meeting with them. Meet about what? About what? I have a vision for this school. I have a vision for this department. Why am I meeting with you to talk about what I should be doing and you ain't doing that?
Right.
Nothing.
And to talk about all in, both of my sons is on the team.
Right.
My daughter was playing basketball.
Correct.
And my son doing social media.
Right.
So who's all in? My mama there, my sister there, nieces there, nephew there. So
his whole family supported this entire JSU matter. And since I've been following the situation with Deion, because I've been watching it since Deion, got signed there. And I didn't meet him because I'm not a starstruck person. I'm like, I've seen Deion before. Okay, I interviewed Deion and his wife. I don't know if this is the current wife, but I interviewed Deion and his wife like in 2010, I believe. It was like 2010, man. It was at a club, man, back in the days, Club Karoo. If you know Club Karoo, that was like the celebrity club that's back then when I was doing ill blog and celebrity blogging. I interviewed Deion and his wife. Actually, Deion was like, in the camera, he was like, don't interview me, interview her. I like, damn, Deion, you my favorite player on the defensive side. You're not going, in my head, of course. But, I met him then. And then when I was going to Ghana, I was in Doha. And I believe he was going to, I don't remember where he was going, but they had JSU gear on. I knew it was him. But I didn't want to, and I seen the way he was looking like, Man, this guy know who I am. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to get interrupted right now, man. I'm just chilling, vibing. Don't bother me, please. So, I left the man alone, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not a starstruck individual. Only person that'll make me starstruck is Michael Jackson, okay? If Michael Jackson was to, be in this room, and if he was alive, I'll be like, damn, bro, you know what I'm saying? I'll go crazy for Michael. But Deion, is a great individual. But I met him before, so I wasn't starstruck. But at that time, JSU was just getting started. This was during the pandemic. And actually, it was not during the pandemic. It was in 2021. It was last year. Because the pandemic is pretty much when he kind of got hired. But last year, I was in Doha and I saw him and I was like, damn, man, that's cool, Deion, man. In my head, I'm like, thank you for doing what you're doing. I ain't want to interrupt the man. He gave me the side eye like, yo, don't bother me, man, today. I'm not in the mood. You know what I'm saying? He probably just got off the phone with JSU and they was talking junk about the finances or whatever, but let me continue.
Who's all in? Right. My dog even now.
So there,
even the dog, bro.
All the Sanders.
Who is all in? Are you all in?
Right.
Because I'm all in.
But you said something very interesting, what you just said. You said, yeah, you offer all these critiques, but you ain't offering no check.
It ain't even just a check.
But that's what you need to be able to compete. That's what you need. You need resources.
I agree. You need the check. And then, during his time, he had issues with them being honest about the finances. Deion even got into it with the individual that handles the finances at JSU. We talking about an argument, like damn near a fight, okay? And usually it be our own that do it to us. And we do it to ourselves, you know what I'm saying? And not only that, they had certain situations where the football team and players will make the funds for selling seats and, games and everything like that. And they would take the funds and put it into another department, which is not fair, you know what I'm saying? And I agree with Deion.
Resources. Without resources,
okay.
Look,
forget the football part.
Okay.
Let's talk about the overall funding of school.
Okay.
And
we're talking about HBCU.
Period. I wanted to bring solvency to how are we broke? How are we always asking?
Right.
Why are we always in the deficit?
Right.
Everybody?
Everybody. And then they treat the schools like they secondhand schools. Even not the last president, but the president before that barely funded the universities. But the guy that everybody hated, which is the previous president before, the guy now, he gave more funding to the HBCUs than most of the presidents that ever sat in office. So, and then you can see a picture of the HBCU presidents and all of them at the office, at the White House with the Oval Office with Donald Trump, going over details and stuff like that. And a lot of people shamed them for actually doing that when they was actually getting more funding than they ever gotten.
You mean everybody? That's a problem for me. So let's investigate that. Not saying that anybody is stealing or doing anything unfair. Let's investigate it. So let's find the fault. So if it's the state, if it's the government, where is this coming?
This is where Deion became a problem. Investigating. And that's when he had the altercation, or, I don't want to say altercation, a dispute with one of the folks that work in the finance department for JSU. It's on the internet. Just type it in. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think it was on Earn Your Leisure he mentioned that. And shout outs to the guys at Earn Your Leisure. Subscribe to their YouTube channel as well.
Dislike thereof. Let's find it. Mm-hmm. I was willing to hire a team to audit and find this. Because it's impossible for all of us to be in the same situation.
Right. And this guy was about to use his own money to get this done, man.
It is true that only 7% of graduates are giving back to their alma maters, and when they give, it's not substantial.
Right.
So I believe that's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
That's the issue. But you said
Big
something.
Issue,
you
though.
had an issue. Says, look, I don't mind playing all these bowls. I don't mind doing all this. But where's the money going? Is any money going back to the institution? To the football team, you had a problem with going to play these bowl games, playing classics.
Yes.
Or and saying the money goes to the general scholarship fund.
Yeah,
It
like
goes to the school instead of the football.
Who's playing the game? Who's at risk?
Right.
We are. So why should that not be in its totality ours?
Right.
Because we want enough to get us there.
Right.
And that's my problem. And then when it comes to the classics, I just had a problem with that. It's another home game.
Right. That we lost.
We played in Miami last year, which was a classic, wonderful classic at that. We played in Memphis, which is a classic, wonderful classic, and we played in Alabama. That could have been 3 home games. And if we do our mathematics correctly and handle our business, that's at least $1.5 million a game. At least. We ain't see that. That would
where it went. Where it went. Now, tell me, if you was working in an organization, whether it's a small business or a major corporation, and things were handled like that, would you stay for another 10 years? Would you satisfy your fans and be like, let me go through the pain, the struggle, and everything for my fans because I don't want to be called a sellout? Most of y'all, 99.9% of y'all leaving the job, y'all going to another job, all right? Especially if the job is paying more. Deion did it, you would do it, and you have done it. Okay? Some of y'all work for black companies and y'all like, man, I'm out of here. They ain't paying me enough. Because you know, if you go to a white company, they're going to pay you the right amount. They're going to pay you on time. You're going to have benefits. You're going to have all that. But sometimes our own people, we do this to ourselves, man. We tend to take advantage of our own. And this is what it sounds like Deion was going through. He was being taken advantage of. This man was investing his own money, going through all of the motion, you know what I'm saying, of them not having anything, nothing. Barely anything, you know what I'm saying? To the point he got Michael Strahan to sponsor money for jerseys. He got other people to sponsor funds for travel. These guys was traveling on the worst looking buses. Okay, you talking about high school and middle schools look better than JSU. They got better transportation than JSU. That's unsatisfactory as hell, bro.
would have been great, not for only the football department, but it would have helped the other departments as well. So that's just the way I think. My thinking is maybe because where we've been in life, it's way down the street.
Right.
It's not there. It's way down the street.
Did you hate going to like these meetings and boosters that it felt like you were
I
begging?
wasn't going to no boosters meeting. I wasn't doing that. For what? $5,000? I'm not doing that.
every little
Going booster meters for $5,000. That ain't nothing, B. That's nothing, man. That's probably just the players, not even they meals, man. They meals on a trip.
Hell, no. My time, no. No, that's an insult.
That
My
is,
time
B.
is much more valuable than that. I'd rather be doing something with my kids, not my personal kids, my kids
Right.
of the football
It's 14,
team. I'm not doing that. And that's oftentimes what it is. I'm not doing that.
one of the comments, why couldn't he
$5,000. This is what they go into booster meetings for. $5,000. And then we got people out there complaining Deion leaving. If y'all really wanted Deion to stay, and trust me, if y'all would have started a GoFundMe, I would have threw $100 in there. Okay? And I would have periodically thrown money in there, you know what I'm saying? But we didn't even do that. We don't want him. We didn't want Deion to stay. We just wanted the internet to talk shit on the internet and just follow the trend, okay? People just talking crap on the internet about a man, and they don't even know what's going on. I saw women talking crap, and they don't even watch football.
stay at Jackson State? Build Jackson State into a Power 5. Why can't an HBCU be the prize?
Okay, tell me how you build that into a Power 5, because if you go into the Power 5 conference, all the other schools, sorry, let me re-enter that. If you go into a Power 5 conference, just say the SEC, you know all the other sports have to go too.
Right.
So you're not just talking about
Put the football team.
Yeah.
You're not Notre Dame. Notre Dame is independent. He can go. The football team might play here. The basketball team might play there. But you're not Notre Dame.
Right. And also, it's criteria that the school has to pass to be in those conferences.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if that was going to be applicable to what we're trying to accomplish.
You also spoke out against HBCU.
I think it was not, because he just mentioned it in the first 4 or 5 minutes. The finances was not there. They going to boosters meetings for 5 stacks. What?
Use playing the University of Georgia or playing these Power 5 teams when you know you got no chance of winning.
Yeah,
And
you
then
don't.
It's a check.
They give you 500, they give you 600,000. And so by the
Oftentimes, they don't give you that.
what?
Oftentimes, I did a study and I showed it. We even tweeted it out and put it out there, Shannon. I mean, and I'm not picking on y'all. I don't want you to pick on y'all because of the incident with the coach. But I was really just shedding light. You had Alabama State go and play, do the numbers. They went to play UCLA.
Correct.
And UCLA requested the ban.
Ban.
Okay? That's 2 chartered flights.
Yes.
Let's just do a modest number of 300,000.
Correct.
That's $600,000.
Correct.
Okay, now you got to stay there for a couple days.
Right.
Because you're not flying all the way over there for a day and come right back. You got to stay there. So let's just do hotel accommodations as well as food. So you're really at $1 million at least.
At the bare minimum.
At the bare minimum. I think the purse was like $650.
So you in a hold on, you in a deficit to go get beat by 50?
Yup.
That's what it is.
That's what they was
not-
going through. And, you know, that's all I got to play in this video, man, because a lot of people, you know, have their thoughts, but they never really back their thoughts up with detail and information. You know what I'm saying? I've been following this Deion matter from the beginning. And, I was rooting for Deion to stay there, you know, and create a dynasty. I was down with that. But then when I saw what he was going through, I personally wouldn't want to be going through that every year, bro. Every year. Financial issues, money missing, funds are being, taken away from the football team, placed elsewhere. I invested my own money. My family and everybody supports JSU. And then there was a time where Deion's cell phone got stolen out of the office. And for me, I feel like that was part of like a situation where they wanted to get the phone from him. Probably there was some information on there. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I think he said his watch and a few other things were stolen out of that room. You know what I'm saying? And, these are the things that'll make you be like, man, I'm out. I'm out. All of y'all will be out. I'd be out. Okay, I probably would have been out the second year if I had an opportunity, you know what I'm saying? And I'm happy to see him at Colorado where he's getting paid what he's worth and valued. Okay, he's not going through the BS. No financial matters. Yeah, they may have financial issues there, but at least, the people are doing their books properly. And some of these schools, like these Power 5 schools, are not going to risk, taking money from the programs and everything like that and putting it in their pockets, because the investigation, man. Just like Deion said, he wanted to hire an investigation team and they were not with it. They're not with that. You talking about decades of money being funneled through these folks' hands. And they probably have a way of getting the money into their hands personally. I don't know. I don't want to blame nobody of that, but it's just a little, skeptical, man. All right. And this your boy Sage, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning in, listening. All right. Make sure y'all follow me. Subscribe to Afrivue Network. Okay. It's free. Go to afrivue.com, bookmark it. And also, man, I'm going to leave y'all my 3 favorite quotes like I always do. Starve your distraction, feed your focus. Have a purpose, keep working. And last, killing time kills success. So stop killing time with people that don't support you, love you, or want to see you do good.